Okay, he's there. Let's take this first caller. Caller, you're on the air. Where are you from? What's your question?
My name is Jeff from New York. I was listening to the comment about progesterone, and progesterone is, I guess, the miracle product, but does it only apply to women? Because I think you've mentioned in the past that pregnenolone is sort of universal, but progesterone men have to be careful about. And I'm not talking about like a 25-year-old. I'm talking about like a 55 to 70-year-old, where the risk of endotoxins is increasing just with basic age. So that's one question that I had. The other one is, with regard to salt and insomnia, I was actually using sea salt, and I switched over, having read your forum, to canning salt, or actually kosher salt, which is pure salt, doesn't have any other minerals in it.
Okay.
And I actually think it really helped, and I'm just wondering if you would agree with that, and sort of why, because I don't seem to be waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning anymore. I seem to be able to sleep through the night. So it might not be the only item, but anyway, that was the second question. Thank you.
Okay, I'll let Dr. Peat answer the progesterone question with men and progesterone. How safe is it? But I will quickly just say the whole thing about salt and natural salt and Himalayan salts and deep earth crystal salts. The fact is they do contain a lot of other trace elements and other negative material, and I think that could be in part why there may be disruptions going on a hormonal level in a type of endocrine fashion, with very small picogram concentrations of very questionable heavy metals and other products that can be present in the salt. So all of those colored salts and Himalayan salts, etc., typically have other particles within them that are not beneficial. And so I think, just like Dr. Peat's talking about white sugar being good, it's not opposed to white sugar at all, and I think you find the caramelization product of any organic or brown sugars may be more detrimental than just straight white sugar for its own sake. But so you
agree with so you use kosher salt? Do you agree that kosher salt and canning salts are the same, and that's the product that would be most efficacious for this type of program?
Yeah, I would say that it's a straightforward white sea salt. Again, I have to question that, because sea salt has its own, elements within it that we know are not particularly good for you. But a white sea salt is particularly what we use.
What do you think about iodine?
Not a good product to supplement with. Obviously, in terms of any Fukushima fallout or that kind of thing, and obviously there's a rationale for it, for getting it taken up into the thyroid gland, so that the radioactive material doesn't collect there. But Dr. Peat, what do you think about progesterone in men?
Well, first I'd like to comment that my interest in salt supplementation was related to the estrogen issue, because I saw premenstrual women restricting their salt and making their symptoms worse. And I suggested to a friend that she salt her food to taste, and suddenly she didn't retain water. Salt was acting as a diuretic. And then years later, I knew old people who were restricting salt and developing serious insomnia and not improving their blood pressure. So I suggested the same thing to them. And again, they went to sleep, got good sleep suddenly, and their blood pressure actually came down. And then I realized that Tom Brewer, with his diet for pregnant women in the 1950s and 60s, had seen the same thing, that some people he collaborated with supplemented pregnant women with toxemia symptoms with huge amounts of salt daily, and their toxemia essentially was cured. That's Shanklin and Hoden's book. Anyway, the progesterone, I used it myself in the after I had worked with it in aging animals. I tried it on my own migraines, and twice in having a very intense migraine, I had complete reversal of the symptoms from 1 to 2 minutes, from a total migraine to total wellness. after ingesting about 100 milligrams, I guess it was. And that was what really got me interested in describing it to other people. When I took too much for too long, I noticed that it had the effect of a cold shower for a day or two, an anti-testosterone effect. But that passes quickly when you stop taking it. And I've found as I got older that I could tolerate 5 milligrams or 10 milligrams a day without that anti-testosterone effect. Several people have told me that it actually seems to reinforce their testosterone. And I think that works because testosterone, when you're under stress, is being converted to estrogen. And if you stop that conversion with progesterone, like aspirin, inhibits the conversion of testosterone to estrogen. You can actually raise your testosterone by blocking that conversion of stress.
That's very interesting.